We're just gonna talk about some fuckwids like always. I like to talk shit. Turns out making fun of people is the way to go on the internet. But anyways, we're gonna talk about some fucking protein, fucking food, whatever the fuck you want to refer to these fucking parasites as. Who basically fearmonger whatever the fuck they want. Now the first one I'm gonna be talking is Dom_nutrition. I'm not gonna give these people their links, or I'm gonna tag them just so fuck them. Honestly, I want to see them make a video about me. Not because I want the attention, just because I think it would be absolutely hilarious if they staged an entire video, edited it, and put it together just to talk shit about me. Mind you, I don't even have that big of a platform. I only have like 42 subscribers, which, by the way, shout out to those people who did subscribe yesterday. Obviously, I do love you guys. Obviously, you guys know how this goes on the channel. I love all my followers. By the way, happy Pride Month, too. But obviously, we're going to be talking about some people who are probably gayer than the LGBT community themselves. Okay, sorry, LGBT people. Don't really know what to put here, but we're gonna see this first video, which is basically Dom just being a fucking fuckwid screaming in the stores like always. It's gonna become a common occurrence with these fuckwids.
Imagine feeding your kids processed bullshit candy with tons of red dyes and artificial dyes that have been shown to cause ADHD and brain problems in kids. And you wonder why your kids have anger issues, behavioral problems, when you feed them this bullshit every day.
Let's play a drinking game. For everything that's wrong in this clip that you can find, for every wrong thing I find in this clip, you have to do one thing. If I find one wrong thing, you have to like. If I find more than one, you have to subscribe. Anyways, all jokes aside, this guy is not only wearing a shirt, but isn't even backing what he says with information. He just kind of read what he saw off the back of the box and just kind of said, what's his link to ADHD? Even though he didn't even provide a study. And yet, even if that was hypothetically confirmed, who the fuck are you to tell parents what to do with their kids when you're going around screaming at the top of your lungs about fucking food? Grown-ass man, but can't even present himself properly. Yeah, anyways, he made a video basically when somebody told him to put a shirt on because, you know, you're supposed to be in a store. You're not supposed to be walking around with your shirt off. And then it's the worst video I've ever watched. Oh, God, I'm so fucking excited.
If every single person on earth was jacked and healthy like they're supposed to be, no one would care about guys walking around shirtless. Like how they didn't care 200, 300, 400 years ago when everyone was primal and high test. But now, because there's fat, scrawny soy boys, skinny fat guys everywhere who are insecure with themselves and are scared of getting their girls taken, are scared of being intimidated or, you know, looking worse than others and being jealous of others, they now don't like seeing other jacked men with their shirts off. They don't like it, you know, and that comes from a place of insecurity. If you actually care about someone else having their shirt off outside or inside, that should be a red flag to you, a signal to you that you need to get yourself right. Because I guarantee if you were the most jacked guy in the store, you would not give a fuck if there's another guy who had his shirt off.
F-tier logic if I've ever seen it. This is the same logic as a girl saying, hey, I got big tits, let me walk around with my titties out. Or a girl saying, oh, I got big ass, let me walk with my big asshole out. No, that's not really how this works, retard. It's called basic fucking decency. You shouldn't be walking around with your body part showing. It's rude, it's disrespectful, and quite frankly, not everybody feels comfortable. So if you want to preserve yourself as a good human being, an adult, or at least somebody, you know, an influencer as you want to pertain yourself to be, can you behave like one? Can you behave like an adult? Can you behave like a grown man that you are supposed to be, when in reality you are anything but a grown man? You are more of like a 12-year-old boy with more than anything. But anyways, let's go on to your next video.
You pussies who just got out of the gym and are about to go cold plunge in sauna, have fun spiking your cortisol while I go reduce my cortisol by going in the fucking ocean. So if you want to lower your cortisol and be magnesium saturated, go swim in the fucking ocean.
What proof do you have to back anything you claim, shitwad? I dare you to give me one paragraph, one actual trusted source that says, hey, what I'm claiming is true. But in reality, we know you can't. Anyways, let's move on to Primal, whatever the fuck this is supposed to be. And it's kind of ironic I did the Tomb Raider gameplay for this because this is actually extremely hilarious.
What the f*** is she doing?
What does it look like? Stop brushing with plastic. Microplastic particles from your plastic toothbrush end up in your mouth, bloodstream, then to your balls, placenta, and even your breast milk. And they're linked to lower sperm count and fertility issues. But Primal's boar bristle toothbrushes are 100% plastic free. Just boar hair bristles and a bamboo handle straight from nature. So if you care about your body and maybe your future kids, click the link and make the switch.
I genuinely do not want to sound like that kind of guy, but number one, your name is not Lara Croft. Can you stop behaving like this and behave like a normalized person? You know, a civilized, normal human being? Anyways, Microplastics are everywhere. You're not going to avoid them. Even if you try to avoid them, you're not going to. They're in the air that you breathe. Literally anything that you can find, it has microplastics. You're not avoiding it. Stop trying to look like an idiot. Make yourself look intelligent. Educate yourself. And also, if you are concerned about microplastics, just buy a BPA-free one. Buy alternatives. There are alternatives that do not require you spending all your money, throwing all your money into some fear-mongering retards fucking information. Anyways, let's move on to the next one, which is this biblically guy. I don't even know what to classify it as, but this is coming from a Christian. I'm gonna debunk you, and I'm not apologizing for it. God, forgive me because I have to debunk someone. Yes, they didn't have processed foods in the biblical times, but you know what else they didn't have? Computers, cell phones, technology, video games, hats, sunglasses, phones, Instagram, social media. May I go on? Do I need to go any further? No, not really. That was a rhetorical question. You didn't need to answer that. But anyways, if you're going to try to use this biblical argument, it just doesn't make you look good. In reality, trying to use religion, which is a soft spot for a lot of people, to get people on your lifestyle is kind of scummy. It doesn't make you look cool, and it doesn't make you look like a good influencer. It makes you look like a shithead. It makes you look like a piece of dog shit. And I know I'm a Christian swearing too, but at the end of the day, we're not all perfect. And I'm not saying this to be like nonchalant, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, let's move on to the next one.
Yo, which cookie should I get to lose fat?
Cookies? What the fuck is wrong with you? Only reason why I'm looking at the cookies is because my mind is boggling of the fact that this shit's even here. I'm trying to save y'all's fucking lives. Come to this aisle and you get excited. Oh, the cookies. But then you look in the fucking mirror and you question, why do you have the love handles? Why do you have the bitch tits? Coach Alejandro, how do I lose it? Look, you come here and you want to buy every single. This week I'm gonna try the Chunky Chunk chocolate cookies. You wonder why you have low energy. You're tired throughout the day. You feel like shit. It's because look at the shit you're putting in your body.
Sperm snake, do you realize that we're not eating cookies every fucking day of the week? We're eating it as they are intended to be, which is a snack, not a food. Nobody's replacing cookies for a piece of meat. Nobody's replacing fruit with Skittles. Nobody replaces fruit or any form of snack or junk food with healthy foods. Like, no, nobody does that. How about instead of preaching fear-mongering, how about you preach moderation? And also, stop trying to give us your link on your fitness course. In reality, it's more than likely you just showing us how to jerk off your homies for that extra shot of test. We obviously know how you guys do it. You guys just fear-monger a bunch of people and then just, hey, link in my bio, give free test, and in reality, it's just jerking people off.
Do's and don'ts at Costco under 60 seconds. Let's go.
I'm going to go ahead and stop you right there because your entire video was just fear-mongering a bunch of foods. Guys, here's just the do's and don'ts of a grocery store. Don't buy food you're not going to eat. Do buy food you are going to eat. And make sure you have a healthy to junk food balance ratio. Have moderation. That's it. Literally, it's not even that difficult. Anyways, next segment.
I get it. You guys want an alternative to pasta. Guys, the truth is, there is no alternative to real pasta. A lot of the
Yes, there very much is real alternatives to pasta. You're just lazy and you don't want to explain them because in reality, you'd rather just let people fall into your bullshit. Stop spreading misinformation for the sake of getting internet content. Or getting internet clout, money, whatever the fuck. If you're gonna at least make videos like this, make sure you're educated. Next phase, Dr. Pompa, your time has come.
See why our younger generation's at great risk? Watch this, follow me. Right here, look at this. These are loaded with petroleum dyes that, God willing, are gonna be banned soon in this country. Let me show you another problem right here. This is what our generation's eating right here. Our kids are eating this stuff. You know what? It's not food. Loaded with dyes, loaded with chemicals. It literally is not food. This stuff here is dangerous. It's loaded with chemicals. And this is what even other countries are banning. It's all the chemicals in here. Obviously, it's processed food. But I'm telling you, it's the chemicals that are driving the hormone conditions, the thyroid conditions, obesity in this condition. Listen, over 60% of people in this country have chronic disease now. Do you know 50 years ago it was literally 3%? This is why. This stuff has to be banned. We gotta change the food that our kids are eating. Otherwise, they're doomed. At least we have, listen, we vote with our dollars. You can choose what you and your family are eating. Don't eat this.
This coming from Gen Z. I ate it and I'm perfectly fine. Millennials can relate. Gen X can relate. Every other generation can relate. Yes, it is loaded with petroleum dyes, whatever the fuck you want to say. But at the end of the day, you know what else is crazy? You are also made of chemicals, so we should just ban you too. The air we breathe is filled with chemicals, so we should just ban that. Stop saying chemicals so many times, and maybe, just maybe, I'll believe you. Truthfully, if I was the worker there, I would have just beat the shit out of both of them, but I wasn't the worker in this clip, so we're gonna basically say, I'm gonna say this, and this is, if you want to promote messages like these, do not do it like this. You're just making yourself seem like an asswipe, and, you know, it should be basic human etiquette, you know, don't be an asswipe. But apparently these fucktards can't even figure out how to be a decent human being. Honestly, if I was in there and I saw with my daughter or my child and I saw these two walk in like this, I'm more than likely just going to grab them by their underpants and throw them out cartoon style. Anyways, next and last segment, hopefully.
Joe Biden just got diagnosed with prostate cancer. Regardless of what you think of the guy, keep him in your prayers. This is a perfect example of what happens when you live a life full of toxic injections, medications, junk food, and stress.
Even if you don't like Biden, it doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to realize that this guy's spreading a bunch of bullshit. This guy spreads bullshit like how he spreads his legs for an extra shot of creatine. I never knew Stan from South Park was out here giving nutrition advice, but here we are. It's 2025. Literally anything and everything is possible at this point. Even getting guns at the barbershop. Honestly, I'm so excited. But anyways, no, Joe Biden did not do this via junk food. He ate junk food and was able to live to almost 100 years old. He got prostate cancer, and prostate cancer has been a thing even before junk food and all this other stuff. Stop spreading misinformation for the sake of your message. And if you are going to make videos like this, make sure you're educated, make sure you're educated properly, and make sure you have the right information. Joe Biden is 90 years old, or at least 82, wherever the hell old he is. I'm pretty sure if I was that same age and I got cancer, I wouldn't care. Anyways, I don't have anything else for this. If you guys want me to make another video, Cash App's in the bio. I'll also link it. I'll also give you a screenshot on here. Anyways, I love you guys consensually. You guys have a great day. Anyways, peace out.